Well, the war effort goes good so far. Chalorns here was taken from the Red Duke, but he's still alive. Okay, so he might make a comeback. And we have built that building in the Crooked Corridor. Still no great shaman. Okay, I should not have kicked out that other guy. Well, he was worth 100 gold. I'm not sure. Okay, they're back, the dwarves already. Let's see if they dare come up and fight us. I'm still making money even though we have all our troops raised. They're not going to come up and fight. I think that means we are going to... Oh, I'm going to lose some troops every time we take a fort. And then, yeah, wow. No, I didn't lose 650, I think. But we lost a bit, which means it makes him more and more likely that he can come up and take the fight to us. Oh, yeah, we lost again. Uh-oh. We now have less than double the amount of goblins to dwarves ratio, which is not great. Oh, but we've won the war. Offer peace and force demands. We have enough control over his territory that he cannot say no to this. We have usurped the title Odd Tribe of Orkisar from Kamir. So he's now just a dwarf living somewhere else. He's been kicked out of his own realm. We won. Oh, and that should fulfill my ambition to win a war. Yes. Come on. There. Fulfill the ambition to win a war, getting +1 to State Marshal. Good. And then we can select a new ambition. We can select the ambition to win a war again and again, but this time it'll just give prestige instead of giving permanent stat bonuses. I usually like to go for other ambitions that will give me a permanent stat buffs, like we can try to make a friend and gain +1 diplomacy. We can try to create a treasury and gain +1 stewardship. That's kind of hard to do though. And then there's the See the Realm Prosper thing, which is not a bad idea. We can still raid even though we are at peace and technically fulfill this ambition. That could be a fair enough idea, I think. Stay at peace for 5 years, but then just go and raid neighbors and rebuild Carrick-Siflin while we're doing that, and then build up that way. And then we would get +1 stewardship. Yes, I like that idea. You know, dwarves, they were probably in some mine waiting for opportunity. Yeah. I'm sure there's a book of grudges somewhere that I have been written in, right? We can now create the Duchy of Carrick-Siflin because I control enough territory here. That might be nice to do. That would cost me 181 gold. But then we gain 200 prestige immediately and we'll start accumulating prestige faster. Sounds like a decent enough idea. Do it. So now, instead of a count title, I will become a duke level title, which gives me a different crown on my thing here, and also I think the Warboss thing. Not sure exactly. It should have changed something in my title. I'm not sure. I should have checked before we clicked the button. Created the title Petty Great Horde of Carrick-Siflin. Nice. Oh, we can disband our units here. Good. We'll let them rebuild a little bit, and then we will go and raid again. In Carrick-Siflin then, we now have an interesting situation. Because of course we've taken the territory, but it's still filled with dwarven cities, and the culture here is, the religion is ancestral, dwarven, and there are grey dwarves living here in the territory, in the countryside. The population. So we are going to have to make Carrick-Siflin green, and you do this by right-clicking You can pillage the holding and burn it down. Oh, that might, honestly, be better to burn down the thing and make some money off of it before we make it green. Huh. While pillaging this holding, the revolt risk of the entire province will be increased significantly, but in exchange you will receive the following every 6th month until it is completely destroyed. It will remove any greenskin population that we have, but we don't have any greenskin population here yet. Okay. And we get some gold, I think. Okay. Let's just burn it down. Rampaging horde. Ravaged lands. Plundered by savages. Things are not great living in Carrick-Siflin right now. We are also, because I now own these 2 cities here, we have too many things in my domain, so we can create a new vassal here and create a new vassal there, which has the added benefit, of course, of spawning some free goblins for me. So we get a vassal here, a game master who is Midas touched, ambitious. Oh, he's a really nice character, but I cannot take him into my greenskin clan for some reason. Why not? One of these must be true. Oh, he has to have either... He has to have more than 9 intrigue, and he only has 8 intrigue. Huh. And so therefore he cannot become taken into my clan. So if he manages to increase his intrigue by 1, though, he would be allowed. That's interesting. I never knew. He's got high stewardship. Could I make him my looter? Yes. Beautiful. We just got a level 18 looter instead. Okay, what about, do we have a better fighter? No. Shouter? No. Skulker? No. Oh, we got a 17. Okay. What about the other guy? We checked out the one, but what about this guy? A fortune builder. Oh, he's not that interesting, but he's got high intrigue. Okay. Still no great shamans for us, but we have a lot of piety now, so I should be able to come in here and say, invite a priest to court. 25 piety, a priest named Vakit appears at the court. Vakit Ungolit has arrived at your court, ready for employment. He's got learning 3? Are you kidding me? He is not what I asked for. Begone! Okay, we can do that again. Invite another priest to court. Gneshnos has arrived at your court. 20 state learning. Yes. Excellent. And can I not make him the great shaman then? Yes, I can. Oh, that was great. Level 20? Insane. Can I take him into my clan? No, because what? Gnashnos must not belong to any other clan. He belongs to Clan Gnashnos. Bastard. So he's a rival, you say? Okay, but he's got no personal combat skill. I'm not sure I would want him in my dynasty then, anyway. No. Alright, so far, I mean, considering we played for like 4 years in-game time, we've expanded our territory, I've become insanely rich, and have gotten a lot of prestige and piety. So things are looking up for boss Shagrack so far. We've also become greedy, which is a great trait for a goblin. And we have greenskin fightiness 7. Fightiness is gained through winning battles, wars, and starting war, lost by losing battles, wars, or accepting white peace. Decays in 3 months. Oh, okay. But look at all those bonuses we're getting. Extra prestige per month. Retinue size up. Personal combat skill goes up. Max population. Retinue maintenance costs. So we really want to keep fighting and looting. Interesting. Well, we could go and loot over here. Yes. Why don't we burn down that territory? Brettonia is still not really at war with anyone, so they would come and kick my butt if I tried to loot their territory, I think. But I don't have enough troops. Do I not have enough troops? They have 2,000. It's too little. Oh, this is a forest, this territory here. Not a mountain. Interesting. I thought it would all be mountain region, but this is a forest. Which I don't think we have specific bonuses in mountains necessarily anyway, but I wonder. Oh, I never put my my shouter to any good work. We can have him do various things like threat decay, which doesn't really matter. We can improve relations with people or try to fabricate claims, but we don't need claims on territory to make war as goblins because our religion says that we are allowed to attack anyone. So we are going, I think, to sow dissent in Brettonia. And what that will do is that every once in a while, my shouter here will make one of the King of Brettonia's vassals like him a little bit less. He's like going to spread rumors. How does a goblin do that in the Brettonia? Don't think about it. He works in the shadows. And somehow manages to manipulate the King of Brettonia to do bad stuff for himself. Stop pillaging. Okay, we are still pillaging. I don't think I've ever tried pillaging a province like that. I'm not sure what exactly it's going to do, but it'll be interesting. Duchess Repens, the maid. Oh, Repens. Interesting. Isn't that a named character in... Oh yeah, it must be her. The one who's like a parallel to... I forget her name. Didn't give my permission to use my shadows. The shadows are a common area. No, everyone can use the shadows. Can own the shadows. Repents. I forget her name. There's like a French person from our world that she mimics. There's a movie about her. I forget the name. They're mine. Sorry. Can I rent them maybe? Oh, we can set a crown focus. And of course I would set the crown focus in crooked corridors. So let's do that. Meaning that my realm is now focusing on improving the crooked corridor specifically. We get more special events in crooked corridor and more positive things happen here. Because of that, we could start up a retinue. A retinue is an army personally paid for by the ruler, me. And I don't have a lot of money for that, but we could pay with prestige. That is an option. So we can get some light cavalry, chariots. Critters here, I think, are spiders. So we can have like a band of, or like a fighting group of 250 spiders running around with the army. Arm wrestling challenge. Many important warriors have gathered in the lodge tonight in order to celebrate a recent hunt. I have barely joined some of my friends in the festivities when Shagrack barges in, claiming that he is twice as strong as I am, challenging me to an arm wrestling match to prove it. Okay, an orc. We're gonna arm wrestle an orc, because why not? He's got more personal combat expertise than me. He's a huge orc. I can say I'm too tired right now. Or we can say, you're on. So of course we're gonna arm wrestle him. Shagrack and I sit in front of each other, preparing ourselves for the game. We put our arms on the table, while a third fighter holds our fists still. The crowd around us chants in a disjointed countdown, and cheers as we start pushing against each other. No. Alright, where's he from? all the way over here. I'm not sure why we're getting all these weird orcs from across the world, but whatever. He's in the warband of Gork, of course. Slowly but surely, Asgok is gaining ground, inch by inch. He is pushing my fist closer and closer towards the table. I am starting to lose breath. My face is red, or green, covered in sweat. Yet I still cannot manage to push back against his grip. I might simply not be strong enough to win in this match. But then, we can sneakily slide our elbow because I have a high intrigue skill. Or we can say, what's that behind you? Try to increase your chance by cheating, but not as good as the marked option up here. Or we can be honest and just try anyway. We get 10 toughness for that. Toughness is the point score that you use to see how well you're ranked in the Warband of Gork. For every society, it'll be named something different. For this one, it's toughness. And if we ever give it high enough, we can go up in rank. We need 750 toughness to become a chopper of Gork. Right now, we are just a boy. Well, I'll cheat, you know, of course, because I'm a goblin. So we'll sneakily slide the elbow to see if we can win this arm wrestling competition. Oh, my fightiness has decayed. Only by 1 tier, but I do want to start looting. It's the case again next month. Okay. How's my army doing? Not well enough. Damn. 2015. I don't feel like we can go looting yet. I would be afraid of losing my army, and losing a battle is a big no-go. If you lose a battle as the Greenskins, everyone will start hating you. Nox says, I'll rent them to you for 2 gold per year. 2 gold per year? Hell yeah. I mean, I'll take that. Yeah, I have 157. Sold. Renting the shadows. He is still not in any wars, this bastard. I would have expected more out of our neighbors here. I'm still considering donating some money to the Duke to help him fix his empire. Honestly, I'm gonna do it. 45 gold will mostly fix his economy. There we go. Get your shit together and fight back. Meanwhile, we're only getting 66 troops per month. That's just not a whole lot. To the sincere Warboss, Shagrack, staying idle is not in a warrior's blood. Hence I invite you to aid me against my enemies. Oh, right. So he is in a war, this guy. Down here. That's too far for me to walk, dude. Defending. Oh, and I did take this ambition to not be at war, so I will say no. If I took that war or agreed to that war, we would lose the ambition. Okay, you know what? I am going to raise a critter army here. A snuttling. It's a snuttling swarm. Really? It's not spiders, it's snuttlings. Okay. Brettonian Expedition Forak on Great Beast Lord Maxur the Foul. What? Oh, he has territory down here. So Brettonia is attacking this beastman territory down here, which means that their army will be marching down there now and be occupied for a while. Here we see them moving out. With his 13,000 troops against 450. This is not necessarily indicative of how many troops are in this realm, because beastmen work differently. They don't own all the troops themselves. I think they call a war herd, so they will have a ton of little allies that come and help them inside their own realm. I hope, because 1,000 troops is not going to hold against Brettonia for long. Here's the ruler riding by us. Yeah. Which means they're here right now, and in a few months' time they will be passing down here. Once the war breaks out between them, we could go and raid in Gamay here. We can look at stuff like, it says 57 loot here, compared to the 39 from this guy. And she is also gaining troops back. Quip is no longer looter for Warboss Shagrack, because what? Your courtier. Magic power 1. Oh, you a mage? Oh. Lord of the Warg. I would love if we could learn magic with Shagrack, but I have 0 learning. Learning being the skill that you need to learn magic, I believe. Well, makes sense, right? Why did he quit? I will rehire you and set you back to work. I'm not sure why he quit all of a sudden. Your warriors have looted, ravaged, pillaged, and plundered Carrick-Siflin to such a degree that a holding in the country has been completely devastated. Oh, okay. Ah, that's probably what happened. He lost his holding. Only empty ruins remain, haunted by the shades of the slain. Excellent. And we gain 5 prestige. Okay. Can I continue to pillage them? I can. We immediately give 50 gold just for clicking that button. Oh, look at that. Warboss Shagrack, the Scourge of Grungni, which is the, I think it's a Dwarven god. So I have gotten a title for burning down Dwarven holds. The Scourge of Grungni. Does that give me extra prestige? No. Oh, okay, but it's just like a little flavor thing. Nice. It's the Scourge of Grungni. I love it. Could we go and raid Gamay? If someone else would declare war on Brettonia, maybe. I really want to go and attack. We're losing fightiness. Okay. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go over here and raid Gap of Bergbess. Reasoning is that their troops will be split, so that she has 300 troops here that can be raised, or another 1,000 here that then would have to be raised and then march over, giving me the defensive advantage in the forest here. I should, knock on wood, be able to win that battle. Of course, she's a mighty sorcerer. Yes, Dark Lord of Sench. Battle Magic 4 is the highest you can have, so she will be able to throw spells in combat. Huh. But she's not raising her troops to kick me out right now, so that means that the AI thinks it cannot win that battle, I think. Which is good. Okay, so we are going to loot that entire province. If they don't try to stop us. Which it doesn't look like they're going to attempt it. Of course, I'm going to start losing troops, and they're still building up their levy over in Gruyon, whatever. So if she gets more troops and I lose some, she might make the decision to come and attack us. Like she just did. Yes, okay. And I cannot escape, it's too late. Can I run this way? I could run that way and then we would escape. Where's these 2,000 troops coming from? She hired mercenaries. She must have hired mercenaries. Aha. And the defensive advantage here... Oh, I scrolled away from it. Summon tweaking defense, summon tweaking attack, okay. In forests, of course. Magic archers defense. One ballista shot from the mountain and Brettonia wouldn't have a king anymore. Right. If only we could have... You know what? Now that you mention it, I could. And why don't I? Just set up a plot to assassinate the king of Brettonia. We're probably not going to be able to do it. But we can't do it if we don't try. Am I right? And if the plot is discovered, it's like, oh no, you know I'm a goblin. So whatever. I need to make the decision on whether or not we take this fight. If we lose that fight, it could be real bad. And I will say that usually the AI doesn't march into battle if it thinks it's gonna lose. I cannot make it down there. The only escape path is this way. Yes, in here. Tricky. It could also be fun. And if we manage to kick their butts here, that would be great. With the defensive bonus of the forest, I feel like we should be able to win. Ah, but the battle magic. Man, she's not a great army commander. But the battle magic could end up swinging the whole thing. I'm gonna take the fight. It's probably gonna be a bad idea. Can I do anything to min-max here? We have the best army commanders assigned, yes. Okrop here has 11 martial, that's not too shabby. Can we hire some better commanders on the fly here? Let's see, minor titles, commander. Well, we should make some more commanders anyway. Well, not these guys, they're not worth it. But 11 is still the highest we can go. And you know, I'm a 20 with a holy warrior thing, so hopefully that is enough. It would be badass if we meet her on the battlefield and slay her in a personal combat, but let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Can't you hire mercs too? Oh. Holy orders and mercenaries. We can only hire ships. This one, we cannot afford the cost. 240. Oh, we're so close. But I can't make a little bit of money just right now. Could I? And they have already been contracted. Nesbang. That would have been the solution. To hire this warband here and just march them into the battle. I can make another retinue and send them over, but they take like time to build up. They would still help a little. So like some goblin biggins, send them in. I just don't think I could afford it in the long term. Do we have anything cheaper? No. Chariots or heavy infantry. Forests favor infantry, plus 10%. What does her army consist of? Mostly light infantry. She's got some heavy cavalry, light cavalry. And I think mine is all light infantry, more or less. We have a little bit of other stuff. They're reinforcing 7 soldiers every month over here. I could send... Oh, but they don't even have any morale when they're hired. Okay. So, I'm not even going to be able to send them in. Doesn't make sense. They wouldn't contribute. Okay. Well, wish me luck. That could be the end of the campaign. You don't get many losses as a greenskin. Here we go. Okay, let me bring up the battle screen here. The center already broke? Oh, no way. Oh, no. My army organization was set up incorrectly, so I was leading like 18 troops instead of the main body of the army. That's how we lose.